Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. The company is Crystal Technology Screens. I'm not supposed to be doing this on a Sunday, but I'm just getting some things done. All right, oh, there's that screw. Good thing I found it out before I stepped on it. All right, we are here to announce the finish and finalization of the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint 2.0. This is actually advanced. It's more advanced than the product we were developing at the particular time when we first started developing this product. Keep in mind the Digital One has a lot of history behind it. We've had this product contracted and just about everything else you could possibly think of. This is in no way doesn't match our previous old products, which again our old products were light grays, and so it would pretty much dominate that with no problem. Network Gray, 773, and all the other products, it's definitely would be able to dominate it without a problem, especially with we finalized it. And we were able to control the screen's brightness, which is one of the things the screen was doing. It was producing this extremely high bright level. So, let's show you what the final product looks like. I keep forgetting to grab my sound system remote controls because I need to turn it down. I don't want it too loud in here. It's like 4, almost 5 o'clock in the morning. And we're drying the screen off right now. Now, oh wait. So before we start this, just drying it off. As I said before, we're gonna come in, we'll show you paint, show you the color of the paint is exactly matching what we have here. Painted the screen in because I didn't want to kill a lot of time already. This product is going to basically do away with the dumb nonsense. So the dumb nonsense is we have individuals out there that are just literally just cheating and stealing from people left and right. They don't do enough tests on their products. Demonstrations are done in dark environments, very, very poorly lit environments. They're not honest about their contrast levels on the screen. There is no way in the world that a gray screen is ever going to pull a contrast level equal to a black screen. That's a flat out lie. So a lot of things they were doing in their demonstrations that were completely false. Number one of all things is the fake environments. Those environments were horribly fake. We had some of them go as far as, again, the whole only show colors when it's well-lit environment, show dark images when the environment's in a pitch black dark environment, using high-end projectors to boost the screen's contrast capabilities and color capabilities. Calibrating projectors, all kinds of stuff that they were doing in their demonstrations to try to make the product like something that it wasn't. No tests whatsoever, no real tests whatsoever, no color pattern tests, hardly any contrast demonstrations being done, just basically demonstrations on the same crutch projector. Now, we call it a crutch projector because this is a projector they constantly used all the time due to the fact that this projector would give them their best image. So again, this product right here for our customers or any other customers that are into the gray paints, like I said, we deal with all black technology, but who deals with who likes the gray paint products. This was developed basically to give the customer a better product, a better tested product, and a product with a more reasonable price. As I said before, gray screen paint products, unless you can show something that is extremely outstanding. The LT light gunmetal was an outstanding screen. It had abilities to do stuff that other light gray screens couldn't do. Unfortunately, we couldn't design it for this because, again, it's an expensive product to make and we'd have to charge a lot more money for it. This being at $38, the ability that this has, it can basically pull images in fully lit environments, something that a gray screen has a really hard time picking up. And as you can see by the demonstrations, yeah, all those demonstrations are literally in the dark. All right, so let's get this one started. Let me go upstairs first and try to remember to grab my remote control for the receiver sound bar, so that way we don't have the sound boom, 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 blaring. I should get my sound turned down here for what we're going to be doing down here. I'm going to bring my camera a little higher up. I'm going to need some floor tape for that. I got to get me another stand. I broke the stand that fast. Just had the stand and broke it. So as you can see by what we found out in the last couple of days, videos being deleted off accounts, products matching house paint, all kinds of crazy stuff. And again, dark, fake environments. And that's one of the things you have to worry about when you're watching demonstrations on these screens out here, if the environments are real or if they're fake. All right, start our snow off first.
Ever wonder why Lidl's fresh summer produce is so affordable? Maybe Lidl invented daylight savings time. More daylight, more fruit, more savings. Think about it. Lidl.
Baby. Good time.
So as you can see, we have the white levels now under control. This is why I tell individuals who run their mouths too much about things they don't know nothing about, is that when a screen is producing, any one of our screens that are producing a very high white level, that is the heightener that we drop into a screen to allow it to read white light better. We usually drop this in darker screens. This is a bit darker than what I wanted to make it. But again, with that being said, it's going to be to pull high white levels, it's going to pull beautiful colors, and the contrast is going to come up correctly. On top of that, it works much better with the advanced ambient light rejection technology that we added to the screen to be able to absorb light. Now, one of the tests I don't see under gray screen paint products, we never ever see enough white level tests. We're going to white level test the daylights out of this. We're going to be showing colors and contrast and everything. And by the way, this is not gunmetal. We have some screens out there that are coming up claiming to be gunmetal screens. That's not gunmetal. Gunmetal is a screen that's literally so dark they're mistaken for black screens. Those are gunmetal screens. If you look at the diamonds, the DMP supernovas, the Elite screens, Dark Star 9, these screens are so dark they look like they're actually black, but they're not. Individuals making false claims that their products are gunmetal have lied. They're not gunmetal. You see the color of this screen? That's not a gunmetal screen. That's a gray screen. They call it a dark gray screen. That's what it's called in category. Now, as I said before, that this is a product we bought out because we're tired of seeing people basically cheat the crap out of other people and lying in their demonstrations. There will be challenges starting tomorrow, Monday morning, on this product, and you know who's getting the challenges, and they're getting a ton of them. We're going to start off with probably about 7 challenges in that day. You would have to complete every last one of them. Keep in mind, these test demonstrations are long. These screens are thoroughly tested, so they can range anywhere from an hour to 3 hours long, depending on what testing will be required for the screen. The screen will be taken outside because we need to see how much light the screen could absorb. We need to test everything on it. Now, is this going to compare to our black technology? No, it's not. Our black technology takes out we can take out 9 certified and probably higher on that technology. That screen behind it produces a 100% contrast level. There's no technology we developed can pull that. We had developed gunmetal screens literally that was so powerful they could knock out any gunmetal screen that laid against it, but it couldn't take on the black screen. It couldn't handle it. Black screens are very powerful screens. But this technology right here, like I said, we put the disclaimer in because we don't want people believing something that's not true because people have a habit of doing this. This technology right here will give you a better advantage point over these mixes out here that are not doing their products correctly. And as you can see by the results of what we found out actually yesterday, it's pretty bad. I mean, basically just trying to hide evidence as fast as possible. It's pretty bad, but this will put an end to that nonsense. And mind you, we are in the maxo zone, as you can see. Plenty of light in the environment. We're not in a dark area. And as you can see, the screen's flaring up is gone. Now, again, because people don't know how to develop proper screen paints. It's called a heightener. It's a technology we developed that allows a darker screen to receive and accept white light. The problem is that once we drop this stuff in it, it has an issue of being out of control. Mind you, that's a black screen that was pulling a white level literally so high, it was flashing in front of the camera. Once we drop the adjuster into it, it allows for the screen to be able to adjust so we can watch it without the camera, screen flashing all over the place. Now, when demonstrations are done on screen paints, they're supposed to be done in the maximum amount of lighting. Let me turn this down some. The whole purpose why I brought my remote controls downstairs. When you're watching a demonstration with a product, it's supposed to be done in a fully lit environment. None of that dark nonsense, doors halfway opened up, bookcases blocking windows and shades. Oh, come on, please, give me a break on that nonsense. That's just phony, such fake demonstrations. No high-end 4K, we're using 720p. No high-end 4K projectors to try to perk the screen's capabilities. No heavy contrast, none of that mess, no. This is what you call when people do that, they mislead the customers. So you're gonna see demonstrations in a real environment and how it should be done. When we show our contrast levels, we don't expect the contrast levels to be equal to a black screen, but we do expect to show you the truth on what you're going to get from the product. Anyone who's sitting in a dark environment with a projector that's basically trying to boost the contrast has clearly lied to you. That's why they can't never do the demonstrations in fully lit environments, because in fear the screen's going to wash out. As you saw with the customer who had the P2 projector on a wall, I don't care if that projector has a 2:1, it can't pick up due to the fact that the screen won't allow it, or the wall won't allow it. All right, let's come out of here. We're checking out our white levels, because like I said, showing that the screen does not flare or any of that other nonsense. We got it under control. We got to be able to tone it. Anytime we develop a product that we have to drop a heightener into it, we have to make sure we have a way to control it so we don't have it all over the place. Controllers and heighteners are not the same formulas. Here we go.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customized everything. Like Marco's backpack.
Now we're just showing off the screen. Monday morning we'll start tests. All tests will have challenges on them. Just to show you that not only are their demonstrations fake, but they can't even match the challenges of a Digital One 2.0. Oh, my fan on shooting. Got my screen up. I'm up here with a wet screen. Now, again, the price for this technology that we developed for you is $38. As I said before, when it comes to a screen paint product, it needs to be under 50 bucks due to the fact it's an old product. And as I said before, this is not gunmetal. Gunmetal is dark, very, very dark. Like I said, mistaken to be black. I have demonstrations where I've done demonstrations on gunmetal screens in the theater room, and people had thought they were black screens. Like, no, it's not a black screen, it's a gunmetal screen. All right. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is how contrast is supposed to be displayed. That way the customer knows exactly what he's getting. It's not being faked. That's one of the things I see a lot in demonstrations. A lot of demonstrations with poorly lit environments, and the number one thing they'll do, they'll stick, if they do a well-lit environment, they'll stick to bright colors. I hate those the most. Like, where's the contrast levels? You didn't show any contrast, this is all color. What the freak? Yeah, that's what we see all the time. You see that light right there? That's the light from my overheads coming down and hitting the screen. Sorry about that. That's the light from my overhead coming down and hitting the screen. That's how much light the screen is taking in. Now, this right here is Network Gray 773. Sorry, Jamie, but I got to add you in the video because this is a product that's going to wipe out the rest of your stuff. This right here matched your product, correct? It matched it so well that you deleted videos off your account, did you not? All right. If you said you didn't, we got the proof on the blacklist. Your product is now done. It's finished. If it wasn't finished already, it's now finished. The Digital One 2.0 is going to replace you. It's cheaper than your product. Customers are going to get far more product. They're going to be able to paint up a 150-inch screen with this product with no problem whatsoever. The screen can be used in a fully lit environment where your product washes out in the dark. We can show that same contrast level which you displayed in your video in a dark environment with a high-powered projector. How do you save your customers money when you can't even save yourself money at the end of the day? My setups upstairs cost less than yours. Bigger screens, more light, and you still can't do this. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Cinemax is supposed to be your best product. That matched the shelf paint. This stuff can't match shelf paint. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we're addressing this particular individual because, as I said before, he has a product called the Cinemax that is the exact same color as that product over there. As a matter of fact, it matched that product so well that this individual went into his YouTube account and removed these videos off his account. As a matter of fact, any videos that had anything to do with house paint that matched his product. Your first test demonstration for Monday morning will be max out zone, color patterning versus certified and Network Gray 773, which he's not going to do due to the fact that his product matched the Network Gray 773. Blue screen? I did blue screen already? I think I
Getting
did.
that from YouTube.
I'm sure if I did blue screen already. Yeah, we did blue screen already. Purple screen?
Getting that from YouTube.
Let me see. Purple screen. What else we got? Green screen?
Getting that from YouTube.
Let me see. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, we're done with the fan. All right, we're going to do a slow color change out showing you that the Digital One 2.0, and as I told you before, this product in no way was going to match a gray screen paint product. A light gray screen paint product is a headache. It's definitely a headache. Number one, can't see color, can't pick up contrast, it's going to have all kinds of issues, ambient light rejection technology gain doesn't grapple to it too well, and for someone to tell you that, oh, all ultra short those screens are done on light gray screens, that's a lie right there from the door. They'll tell you what they want you to tell you so you can grapple toward their products.
Carson lives in California.
We're so distant. Don't get.
So that's a slow color change out. Now this is something you don't see in their demonstrations. This is where the screen changes color constantly to show which screen is going to pull the better color. We got a white sheet of paper while we're at it. Ugh. I got a piece over here somewhere. Now I was designing gray screen paint way back before these two were ever thought of. As for Partay's product, well, no, he couldn't match this. This is a one-coat application. Customer has no insane instructions. Always got to take it out, pour it, and boom, it's done. That fast, that quick. So this screen right here beats you by far when it comes to instructions. As for your product, well, what I've seen so far, I see a lot of demonstrations where you're trying to show fully lit environments, which I saw when you call yourself being the king. In that demonstration, fully lit environment, no contrast levels anywhere to be found. You were in a well-lit environment, much better than Crow's, but again, as I said before, you showed nothing but color levels, and right there, that tells me not even good color levels, very washed out color levels. But as I can tell from there by watching that demonstration, that your screen doesn't do well in contrast levels. Now, I've seen that already before when you had the motorized projection screen when you were doing the instructional video, and you pointed over to the motorized projection screen, and it was completely washed out. So I already know from the fact that your stuff is not properly ambient light projection technology. All right, this is the white screen right here. Right there. So we got the network gray 773, and we got a white sheet of paper right next to it on our technology. Now the reason why, like I said, the price we have is low because, again, as I said, these screen paints are old. Even with the technology we added to it, we did boost it better than what we had 9 years ago. But again, it's an old product and it doesn't have the right to be sold for that price. Now, if this was gunmetal worthy, then yeah, we could basically 38. No, 38 would be way too cheap. We could definitely charge more for it, a lot more for it. But it's not even gunmetal worthy because the screen is not the color of a gunmetal screen. Some people will sit there and lie to you and tell me, oh, this is gunmetal. That is nowhere near gunmetal. Gunmetals look black. All right, we got a silver screen. That's our silver screen. So we got a gray screen, silver screen, and a white screen. That's just in case if anybody wants to come up and say, hey, I got a 100% silver. No, your silver screen's not going to work. Problem with silver screens is the fact they generate too much white light. They generate more white light than a gray screen. A silver screen would generate white light equal to almost near a white screen. The only problem is we have with that is, with all that generation of all that white light, your colors and contrast are going to fade even faster than the gray screen. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's our Starfield screensaver, fully lit environment. As you can see, no discoloration, no tan that's around the screen. Now the screen is doing a silver screen, network gray 773, and a white sheet of paper. And again, as I said before, if you match the network gray 773, we just beat the living daylights out of your screen. And again, I could put a challenge under this demonstration, but we'll wait till Monday. Because this is one of the things, this is what you're going to have to do. I don't want to see any dark environments. As a matter of fact, in order to match your area like this, you're going to have to really lighten that place up. You're going to have to put it back to what it looked like when you first moved in. You're going to have to brighten it up. I don't want to see any dark corners, no dark pockets, none of that. If you're going to call yourself trying to challenge this, you're going to have to do the exact same environment the screen's sitting in. Now, the reason why we say this is because the individual has a really extremely bad habit of doing demonstrations in fake lit environments. The apartment, we got a chance to check out the blueprints on the apartment that this individual was in, especially matching it to a customer who was showing what his screens really look like in a fully lit environment. And again, the environment that he's sitting in is completely fake. So he puts lights inside of that fake environment to give it the illusion that the screen is actually producing in a well-lit environment when it's just sitting in the dark the entire time. "4K snow screensavers."
Getting that from YouTube.
Every day I'm on the street and I see the gun violence that's plaguing our community. I know how big
Ready to be back in action? Boost recovery with proven quality sleep from Sleep Number. Small.
Now that's where our white levels come in at. Mind you, this was a screen that was generating so much white light that we had to bring in an adjuster to adjust the white light so we can see the screen. And mind you, all this is being done in the max out zone. So come Monday morning, you will have 6 tests from the door, maybe 7 tests from the door. All of them will be done in fully lit environments. This is what you'll have to pass. And at that, our price point, you can't even come down to that. I mean, you don't have any product that can come down to that to begin with. On top of that, consider the fact that, again, as I said before, you got to come out of that dark environment. That dark environment is pretty bad. Yeah, let's go over to the big white snow doggy. Now, the silver screen on the other end that you see right there, that right there is a Digital One Elitist. That's our product right there that we developed. Now you see the gray screen, the network gray, isn't pulling up such a high level next to the white sheet of paper and the silver. I told you silvers pull higher white levels, higher than gray screens. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
We can pick up the background, which is the darkest shade. As you can see, the silver, white, and gray screen cannot see color. engineered to do. Because I said before, we can show color levels all day long. That is easy to do. Sony contrast demonstrations, OLED.
Getting that from YouTube.
I told you. That screen can pick up a contrast level in a max out zone. That's silver, gray, and white against that technology. It can also maintain its color, as we saw in the color pattern, and it can maintain its white levels. Now, when people are asking us, why is the price so low? The reason why the price is low, as I said before, it doesn't do the same thing the black technology. I'm going to put disclaimers in there. We don't advise you to use it outside. We definitely don't advise you to use it for dedicated theater rooms. It's basically a kind of standard. It's a standard paint. So even though it has the abilities to do things that these other gray screens can't do, under the category of black technology we developed, which is more advanced, this product is considered to be a standard. This is the white screen of our technology, as we consider it to be. And on top of that, as I told you before, even though it's a gray screen, its abilities are a lot more advanced than what you're seeing in these other gray screen paint products, or white and whatever these are. It still should be under $50 because, again, this technology is considered to be old, very old. Even if we advance it, it's still considered to be an old product. It's under 50, should be under $50. And this individual was charging almost $100. Actually, 2 quarts he was charging 158, and then he was charging 90. And if he was charging $50, and this stuff matched house boards, should be matching house boards at the end of the day. Period. It shouldn't. There's no excuse for that one. But coming on camera and blowing things way out of proportion and doing these fake demonstrations, trying to claim the product to be something that is not. No. Just horrible. Horrible. I've seen the test demonstrations on the Frankenstein was supposed to be a darker mix, and those demonstrations were absolutely a joke. At one point he was saying that the Frankenstein was ambient light rejection, then he said it's not ambient light rejection. If you think this is your Frankenstein, yeah, you must have lost your marbles at the end of the day. Definitely lost your marbles, because this can do stuff that your Frankenstein can't even come close to even doing. Number one, an ambient light rejection demonstration is supposed to be done in a fully lit environment with a screen big enough that can absorb much light as possible. And the demonstration I've seen under the Frankenstein, this was a screen that was cut on a little small cutout screen, probably about 3 feet by 3 feet. It was tucked into a box, which I can't understand why he tucked the screen in a box. Of course, to block the light hitting the top of the screen and the bottom, because it was light blocking from the top. There was light blocking from the side. And again, he really didn't have this thing shoved up in the window. And this thing washed out completely. You had no test comparison screens against the screen, nothing like that at all. And after that, every demonstration I've seen of the Frankenstein sat in the dark. Every single one. When you did that demonstration, your screen completely washed out. It pulled this tannish color around the screen. Not good. Test demonstrations are absolutely horrible. OLED beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, majority of my customers that buy from me, they don't even ask for the gray paint. They don't. They want the OLED. They want that black background. That's what they want. But then you're going to have customers that, again, are going to lean toward the grayer products, which we have one great product here. Majority of your customers. Because after they see the test demonstrations underneath this product compared to what you have, that's it. Bad enough you're starting to match in house paint. So, yeah. Now as you can see, all the lighting we're sitting in, no dark environments, none of that nonsense. Feel free to come in and see the finisher. As a matter of fact, that's a good nickname for it. We're going to call it the finisher. This is a Matinee Silver by Seymour AV, certified screen. Now, I tested what screen was it? Daylight screen against the UV mix. The UV mix can't see white light. Came up too dark. I had the test demonstration. I'll post them. Well, we had your UV mix down here. And if the UV mix had a hard time picking up under daylight screen, then I know for a fact that the Frankenstein is going to have the same issue. That's why when we put the order in the second time around for that darker version of the Frankenstein, he canceled the order right away. Because he knew that they weren't too far off. The problem is that what I've seen so far with your darker mixes, they can basically generate a somewhat, what's the word for it? Not a real contrast level, because the black screen will level them with no problem. Black screens level gunmetals. So there's no way in the world you'd be able to compete with the black screen on contrast. You don't pick up white levels on it because, again, the certified screens can pick up a higher white level, and any gray screen paint product will definitely pick up a higher white level than that. So that product is pretty much in the land of what the freak and what did I buy? Can't pick up white levels, and it can't pick up contrast. Let's see what we get. Now it's a gunmetal certified. That's laying against the screen. That technology is darker than my screen. But see, we have elements that we can drop into a screen to get it to perform better. Like the LT gunmetals. You ever seen those screens? They're actually lighter than this. And an LT gunmetal had something called contrast shifting technology, which allowed the screen to be able to transfer to dark. And a lot of people were looking at it and they thought it was, chameleon paint. The thing about chameleon paint, when you move back and forth, the screen changes, the color changes. That doesn't do that. All right, let's come over here and let's pull up that color level again. The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
So we have certified, that's certified, white sheet of paper, gunmetal, that's actual real gunmetal, real dark gunmetal, silver screen right there. That's our Digital One Silver Elite right there. And that right there on the far end over there is the Network Gray 773. And if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at my environment, you can see it's quite well lit. As you can see, we're not sitting in the dark. Screen's not sitting tucked away in the corner. I told you that my area is so well lit that the LED lights that I have powering behind the back of my large screen don't register. See how these lights are not even registering down here? Because we have so much light in the environment, the lights don't even pick up. I have to turn out the lights in order to get the lights to trigger off. See, none of them cast off any kind of light, nothing. Because the environment's so well lit. But when you're watching a demonstration and you see light pushing out, you can see it actually illuminating from the screen. That means where the screen is sitting is too dark. You couldn't even match my environment right now. So again, why would anyone buy your product to begin with? When you consider the fact that, number one, your product matched house paint. You matched the Network Gray 773. And again, not only did you match it, you tried to hide the evidence. All of it. Because now we found that there's 2 other videos also went missing also too. They're gone. You don't do proper test demonstrations. The demonstration we're doing right now beats all your demonstrations on your gray screen paint products. Could you match this demonstration today? You can't. Your environment's too dark. I don't know why you keep pointing at that door and that window. They're not pushing any light in the day. If you got light pushing up on the side of your screen where it's sitting at, it's not really dark in that environment. How about you turn that apartment back into what it really looks like when you first moved in? The customer got those pictures, and then you do that demonstration. You can't because your screen will wash out. You can't afford to do a long throw, which we do in here all the time at 720p, because you need that projector to be as close as possible so you can get the screen to go off as bright as you possibly can. But on Monday, we got some challenges for you. A lot of them. You're going to start off with 6 from the door. That's the first. If your product is good as you say it is, and we know it's not, because again, the Network Gray over there is struggling to pick up red. If your product is good, you would be able to match every single test demonstration under the 2.0. If you refuse, then we already know already it doesn't work, but let's just humor the whole entire idea of it all. Let's see if you can basically match this technology, because we know you can't do the 44. There's no way anywhere you do the 44. It's right there. The tests are right there on the website. If you want to, you can do them right now if you want, but you won't do it because you can't pass the screen's technology. The Phantoms, you can't pass those. The Phantom has a demonstration where we paint into the screen with black paint. I've never seen you paint into a screen with gray paint before and show a difference. You don't do that one. Can't pass under any of the 39s. 39's 180 inches painted directly to the ceiling. We can turn the ceiling lights on and we can watch a demonstration right off the ceiling. You can't do that on your product. And on top of that, it sits outside at 250 inches, and you can't even complete that challenge. He was supposed to build a 250-inch screen to show that his product worked on a venue level. It was never done because it does not work on a venue level. Because we'd have requested a star field, and you can't produce contrast on a gray screen, especially not at 250 inches. How much light that screen actually literally takes in. We can do a snowstorm. As I said before, that screen generates so much white light, you can see it reflecting off the grass. So this technology we have here is going to replace the nonsense paints. That nonsense talking about, oh, the stacking system. Partay, please. This stuff will wipe your stuff clean with no problem whatsoever. Number one, my customers, or your customers, if you have any customers, and Crow's customers, do not have to sit there talking about Partay and do a 4-coat application to paint one freaking screen. They could paint probably 4 or 5 of these before your video ends. The stacking quantum system, lie. You don't have any demonstrations backing it up. If I come out here and say, hey, Digital One 2.0 can take on a few certifies, there's the test. We can do it in a fully lit environment, a max out zone. Here we go. We can do it on ultra short throw, long throw. We got all the projectors here in the shop to run against this screen. We could drop it on Pico projectors, whatever we want. We got the machinery for it. You guys don't. You guys have the same projector. And once in a while, you may have a 720p sitting around that you never really ever use to begin with. Most of your demonstrations are done on your crutch projectors because that's the best picture quality you got. You know, it's like that, women can understand this one. It's like women can have dozens and dozens of shoes, right? But they always got that one pair that's their best, their absolute best pair of shoes. That is their pride and joy. That's the one they will wear. No matter how many pair of shoes they buy, that will be the one that they consider to be the go-to. If there's a party, event, whatever's going on, they will pick those shoes. Those are also the shoes, if you mess up at the end of the day, you will pay for the rest of your life, especially if you can't get another pair in a lifetime here or there. But either way, it's a long another story. But anyway, as I said before, that's what you guys do on your crutch projectors. Anytime anything pops up, you grab to that projector, because that's the best image you could pull is on that projector, where we, on the other hand, can go, you know what? We can buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 projectors, and we will run every last one of them off the screen. I can go, you know what? I don't want to use that projector today. Let's swap this out and put something in. How we know your products don't work? Well, let's put it this way. We can downgrade our projectors and still beat your stuff at the end of the day. My projector in my lounge room was the projector we have in the theater room, a 5,000 lumens WXGA 1920 by 1200 full 1080p projector. I dropped it down to a projector of 3,800 lumens SVGA 600 by 800 SVGA. That's a huge, massive drop from what we had had upstairs at 19 feet away from the screen. At a screen that's 127 inches, 1610, that sits in a bay of windows. Well, you guys are in this shrouded dark area. Now, I do say that Partey does use more light than Crow. He does. But when you do your demonstrations, or when you call the king, where the freak were your contrast levels? All I saw was this scenery, 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 scenery. That was a poor demonstration. Slow color change out. And again, gentlemen, where are your test demonstrations? I'm not finding them. So all test demonstrations for this technology will be posted to the site for you to see. As a matter of fact, we already have a section on it already, set up for posting. Did it ahead of time. So we plan to have 2 videos worth of testing. We're going to knock all of those out in one hit. Ooh, you think you could do that? You think you can knock out about 7 or 8 demonstrations in one day? That's a lot of work, by the way. They all have to be done live. So not only will we prove, well, we already know your product's house paint in the day. We all know that you try to commit scams against your customers. You try to block information. You try to get rid of information. But we're also going to prove that not only that, your product never worked to begin with, because we can bring our old school technology up, upgrade it, and beat your stuff, and still charge less for the customer and not being used with overpowered, expensive projectors. Because your customers can come into my room and they can check out our demonstrations and see, gee whiz, that's what he's using for a projector. He's pulling this image in a fully lit environment. He's knocking out the network grade 773 silver screen, a white screen, 2 certified screens, and he's doing all this in a max out zone when you're sitting in the dark with a $3,300 projector. You can't pull contrast. You can't see color in a fully lit environment. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. And you want how much for your product, for a great product? And that? No. You charge too much money. You're the most expensive person besides Goose Green, and Goose Green has that right because they have a reputation. You don't have a reputation like that. But you, on the other hand, really? You think you're going to get that kind of money? You're charging people that kind of money at the end of the day? Well, now they're realizing they got house paint, so. All right, let me see. House paint. My goodness, I swear. No more with it, just enough. There. Charge people whatever you want. Test it back your products up. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Blue Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
You see that screen right there? That's the one we nicknamed the Cinemax Network Gray 773. See how it doesn't pick up? That's your product. So if your product, at the end of the day, can't pick up on that screen right there at $38, then why would customers buy your product? You have to calibrate your projector. You don't have a choice. If he doesn't calibrate his projector, his colors don't come up correctly. That's the problem he has. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
See, you run your mouth too much. So bottom line is when our screen was giving off that flare, right? Here comes this joker coming and talking about, oh, your screen don't work, fail, fail, fail. Dude, and that's the heightener we drop in there. They do that to all the screens until we put the adjusters in. Once the adjusters go in, the screens can actually adjust the amount of light we need to come from the screen. And again, you don't do these tests at all, period. So that's why the network gray is washed out on our screen. Now what I'm interested to see, what I want to see here, by the way, this is a category of a gray screen, by the way, if you know that. It's not gunmetal. Like I said before, gunmetal screens look near black. Those are gunmetals. That's not gunmetal. That's actually a gray screen. I would say in the category of I wouldn't say dark gray. I would say something like a mid-gray. Something like the same color you would get with the Gray Cinema 5D or 3D, something like that. White screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
What I want to look at is the gunmetal. The reason why is because, let me show you the video. We did a test on the gunmetal versus the UV mix. What happened was the UV mix came out so dark, it couldn't generate any white light at all, period. Where the daylight screen was able to maintain a high white level. That's what I'm looking for. Now our product is dark. Not as dark as that UV, UV was horrible. But as I said before, I want to see what the white levels lay at near the gunmetal. Make sure we don't come up the same way that pink screen came up. Booyah! I'm happy. That's all I need to see. That was another concerns I have right there. Because when we tested this product against the gunmetal screen, I'll show you the video. When we tested this product, the UV, we tested against the gunmetal screen. That same exact screen, the levels came up so dark, the white levels weren't even pushing. The certified screen was pulling up this amazing white levels, pulling up this contrast and color and everything, but the UV could not pull that white level, which tells at the end of the day, your product has black and white paint in it, because black and white paint reacts the same way. We can mix it here, put it side by side. It did the exact same as the UV. That's how we figured out when we watched your demonstration on the black and white paint. That's how we made the UV mix. So when we turned around and when I saw the Frankenstein come through, I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this here before. When I put them side by side, I was like, well, what do you know? They almost match. When I mean almost match, they were off by one shade. That's it. Which means if we made the UV, we could easily make the Frankenstein, and the Frankenstein would have the same reaction as the UV did when it came to white light. That's why he doesn't do a lot of demonstrations on white light versus his mixes, because they would have problems at the end of the day, wouldn't pull up. So that's why I needed to see on this gray we have here, if I take the daylight screen and I put that white level, is it going to come up as dark? All right. Wanted to see that. I know right now You cool boys are slobbering at the mouth with this technology. But don't worry, I don't discriminate. It's $38. We got to go upstairs. I'm going to show you the test we did on the UV mix. Well, exactly what I was looking for. And you want to know how dark gunmetals are? That's the color of a gunmetal. They're dark. Network gray. What a joke. I told you to beat the crap out of that screen. I wasn't joking, was I? I told you. Well, Mr. Bird tells you he's going to beat the crap out of the screen. I'm going to beat the crap out of it. So, why would anyone buy your product? I told you I had no interest in gray screen paint products, and I didn't have an interest in them at all. I really wasn't interested in doing demonstrations on gray screens. But guys kept running your mouths and running your mouths and running your mouths. So I said, you know what? All right. We'll break open the Digital One Vault. We'll bring out a product and we'll upgrade it to the technology we have now. And I'll show you how it's done. So now, don't even consider it to be competition. It's not competition. It's a slaughter fest. That's what it is. You can't beat that screen in any way whatsoever. The test demonstrations we just displayed downstairs, you can't match that at all. Because in order for you to show off your product, you have to be in a very dark environment. And you got these calibrated high-end projectors to try to make it for what your screen can't do. My projector downstairs costs $270. It's no laser, it's no 4K, it's not even 1080p, it's a 720p projector. So, and I just don't, another reason why, gentlemen, and it's not because of, it has nothing to do with what you think it does, it's not. I don't hate you at the end of the day, I just don't like how you do business. You cheat your customers, you don't make a good product, your products suck at the end of the day, and they do. But if you feel that your product's as good as that technology we have downstairs, then you will start testing challenges on Monday. You'll have 6 of them to deal with. And you're going to have to show contrast levels in a max out zone, which you can't do. We already know that already. From judging by the fake demonstrations I've seen already from your videos, you don't provide images or demonstrations in fully lit environments, fake environments. So if you can't match it, well, I don't care. Not my problem. But it's better that the consumer gets something better at the end of the day. And again, if I'm going to make a statement about my product, I will back it up, not make some Star Trek script of some multi-quantum leap adjusting nonsense and don't even back it up and do a demonstration on how. Because it's virtually impossible, because you can't go in and you can't get a screen to fuse if it's already dry to the touch. But they feed you any dumb nonsense, so they figure they're going to believe it because I said it. Oh, man. So it's a shame people get gypped like that. As a matter of fact, I'll even pop onto your channel. If I see you showing a video, I'll mimic the exact same video in that downstairs area and challenge you to do it again. I guarantee you won't. House paint. I told you, we beat the Network Grade 773. That's it. Not only did we beat it, we beat the Network Grade, we beat the white screen, we beat the silver screen, and we knocked out certifieds. Are you kidding me? And we did it in a max out zone on a 720p projector. At 16 feet from the screen. So that right there alone, you couldn't even match. So let's show you the UV mix test that we did against the certified and show you how it came up. That's why I went over to it and I had to wait and I got to get a look at this and see if this is going to run. Yeah, this is the Network Gray. For those you don't know, this is a Network Gray 773 matching its product. This is your product here, right? That's Network Gray 773 right there. The same thing we have downstairs that the Digital One 2.0 just beat the living crap out of. So if you match that screen paint or paint we have downstairs, means that the digital 2.0 will level your stuff. And mind you, look how dark your environment is. You couldn't even beat that screen, and look how dark it is. You see the light illuminating in the back? You know how dark your environment would have to be for your backlights to actually pick up? This is in no way like the conditions we have downstairs. Yeah, and the Cinemax is supposed to be your best? Okay. All right, let's go over here. I need to go pick up that video. Let me see what we got here. You have to go on YouTube to get that one, right? Outside demonstration. Just want to go pick that one up. YouTube. Get that one there. Oh, what's this right here? Something just disappeared. What video's not available anymore? Did you get rid of another video? What video did you just remove off your account? Something just went missing. Let me see. Nope, all our videos are here. Every last one of them. Now, Jamie, as we all know, for those who know, had pornography on his website. That's so you know that. Now, the pornography was pointed toward us because, again, he was using this to pretty much every time we do a live stream, Jamie will produce some really weird stuff in these middle of these live streams to try to embarrass us. It only hurts him because, again, you are the owner and this is supposed to be your place of business and you shouldn't be showing this kind of material. Regardless of whether or not you like the person or not, you're supposed to keep it professional. You don't show this kind of stuff at the end of the day, but that's what we bumped into. And because of that, pictures were taken, it was documented and submitted to Wix legal department, which right now they're doing an investigation. If they find out our allegations are true, and they are, his site will be permanently removed for good and he'll be banned from ever basically doing any business with Wix again. As I explained before, and I told people before, when you're conducting business, do not let your personal feelings get the best of you. It's like, I see it a dozen times with people, you know, you're definitely, everybody's going to have that one particular customer, this, that, whoever it may be. Keep it professional no matter what. The stuff that this guy does on a daily basis to us, you don't see me going and making memes. You don't see me doing this. You don't see me sending tons and tons of, I don't do any of that stuff at all, period. These guys do so much dirt at the end of the day. It isn't hard to catch them. It really isn't. So that's exactly what he did. Walked in and that's what we saw. And of course, it was directed toward me. But again, you posted this to your professional site. And that's not good. You damage yourself. So this guy went to a frenzy and started talking about, I'm going to sue you for what? What are you going to sue me for? What lawsuit could you possibly sue me for? If anything, you're getting sued because you used copyrights. You slandered my product and said my product was something that it wasn't. And we got customer demonstrations popping up of our products pulling up on fully lit environments. The whole everything we promised, it does. We even got 2 showrooms coming up, hopefully around the summertime, next summer, that'll have our screens on display that people can walk in. So how do you explain that? We got customers that'll sit there and say, look, I'm just sitting here watching the screen. What is this guy talking about? My screen doesn't look this way. That's what I'm talking about. People already know what you are at the end of the day. Now we got videos going missing, deleting this, deleting that, trying to hide evidence, getting busted, cheating out your customers, ranting on your pages and carrying on and acting up. Now you're soliciting porn. That hurts you, man, at the end of the day. You're not hurting me at the end of the day by showing me that. You just did something you should have never did to your professional site. And because of that, now we have evidence showing that you have abused and basically breach of contract with Wix legal department, which basically will probably result to you having your page permanently terminated because you decide to let your emotional feelings take over. But that's how he is. He's a bull in a china shop. You see me retaliating that way? No, I don't retaliate that way. Period. Why would I? You have any idea how many lawsuits I'd be hit with? The people I deal with on a daily basis, and we had a basically a disruption in the contract, and we broke into arguments. Do you have any idea if I did something that stupid, what would happen to my company at the end of the day? Lawsuits I can be slapped with? Very unprofessional. Not only that, tarnish my company's name at that. No, it's a way to handle things. It's called negotiations. So if negotiations don't work and they break down, then guess what? It's called court after that. And that's how you handle it. But you don't go in there doing pornography and curse words, and you don't do that. You're not professional. All right, let's look this up because we got work to do here. Let me see. When we got work to do, I just want to show up this product to show that we got it done, we got it finished. Let me see. UV mix. Let's see. Well, actually, I should just start off with that back up there. Let's see if it's the keyboard here. Get this right here. Now we're going to put it right here so it's us looking this up. You want to get mad at me and get angry at me because you get caught doing dumb stuff. That's not my problem. My problem, you're going to say I'm obsessed. You know what I'm obsessed with? I'm obsessed with giving people a better product, not that junk you guys churn out every day. So this is what that product downstairs is designed to do. Make sure your customers and anybody else that's buying gets a fair product. And all our test demonstrations will be broadcasted and displayed to the website for all to see. I couldn't care less about the pictures. See the stuff he does? They don't bother me at all because it shows you're unprofessional. Get up. That's the church you stole from right there. Did you explain to that church that that product matches house paint? Did you show them the video demonstrations? You didn't. And you up there taking porn on your site and basically not being honest with the church. Did you show the church that video, that network grade video? You didn't show them that video, did you? If you didn't show them that video, that means you weren't 100% honest with them. And that means you lied, you stole from them. I just noticed something here. Oh, boy, this guy's going in and editing his freaking titles left and right. My goodness, this guy does so much dirt. We caught him in something else just now. Just caught him doing something. I told you I got a good memory when it comes to memorizing some crazy stuff. Let's go take a look at something real quick. I just saw something here. Let's see. Oh, we got to come out of this. The problem is, whatever video we were pulling up on this end is bringing that up. So let me go over here real quick. Oh, no. I can just go straight to the freaking icon. There we go. Boom. Whatever video we had there, and was probably one of his, is not there anymore. That's what's coming up. Yeah, because my page is right there. Let me see. I need to go pull my videos up. Also, too, once we get done with Wix, the attorneys will be contacting. I told you when we start cutting them off one by one. We will be contacting YouTube, Instagram. There's another one we have to submit, maybe lawsuits too, for basically for him using those particular sites. Instagram, their copyrights being displayed multiple times without permission. So Instagram's going to cooperate, whatever you got to do, track down whatever. They'll be able to track them down with no problem. You set the account up, they'll have you in no time at all. They don't want to get that, or they get sued, one or the other. They'll figure a way to fix it. Let me see. Let's go in here. I saw something interesting just a few minutes ago. Oh, we got the 200-inch screen is on the table. I got it last night. That's what we're doing for the customer. Pre-coated Colossals, giant screens. You got a 200-inch we're going to be doing pretty soon on display. Let's see what we saw. We'll be a little too far down that. That video is missing. That's going. That's a video missing off his account. No, it would have been before this. It definitely would have been before this. Let me see. Well, I guess we're gonna see a lot of videos go missing. Don't care at the end of the day. He's already done. Let me see. Yeah, one of my buddies, somebody's a professional painter. So I showed him the demonstration where Crow says that he can paint 8 units in 2 hours. He was like, tell me where to get that paint sprayer from. Because, man, that's virtually impossible. That's what I say, just lies. Just like, hey, seriously? Do you think when you talk? Honestly, no, you cannot do that. That's virtually impossible. The time it would take you to keep cleaning out the machine, they clog up from time to time. You got to clean them out and all. Yeah, that right. You can wait. You can take time base, or you can take time away base. You just clean the machine, get them unclogged, recalibrate, bring the machine in. Oh, come on, man. 8 units in 2 hours? No. And if he ever wants to say he didn't say that, well, we got the copy of the video that says he did. 2 hours. No. You don't know what you're talking about. How are you a person calling yourself your painter? You don't know how many quarts go into a gallon. It's just crazy nonsense, man. Not only that, the stuff he had on his website is freaking bonkers, man. I mean, absolute bonkers. That whole 2 quarts does a 300-inch screen, man. That's bonkers, man. You have lost your mind at the end of the day. And mind you, we gave him the challenge to do the roll-in. He hasn't done it yet. But I'll show you the size of a 200-inch screen and put the videos up, how big they are. It's a pretty giant screen. Let me see. Now see right there, this is a test demonstration. We did an application test. We did like 4 application tests for the 44s. The first application we went on smooth, but then we did it at a larger screen size and it went on spotted. That I didn't like. Second time around, we applied it again. It went on smooth, but the surface didn't take. Then we had to go and we had to change out and get another surface. All that testing went in for that screen. These guys don't even do any of that at all, period. They just slap something together, throw it in the door. Voila, it's done. It's finished. Let the customer deal with it. Let's put in a jacked up policy saying if it lands on your property, it's yours. Stuff like that. Dumb stuff like that. All right, let me see. Probably easier time just basically just punching it in. You can't even pick up free paint from us. We gave him a chance to get free paint. He was afraid to put his address in. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Unicorn. see. Just catching them doing some dumb stuff. The Black Frankenstein. There is no such thing as a Black Frankenstein, but yet there's an active shopping cart that we actually purchased. Money went right through. So you had items on the website that weren't even real. I'm going to have to look this up because we got so many in here. All right, let's look it up here. I saw something interesting. I can't find the video, but we have so many in there, so I'm gonna look it up here. Let's see. All right, let me see here. We should have it in here somewhere. Come on, that's great. Put that video down. Look at that, sitting in the dark, doing that demonstration. The reality of projection screen mix. Boy, you don't even know what reality is at the end of the day. Don't even ever use that word in your vocabulary. Sitting in the dark. And we're downstairs in a fully lit environment, beating out these screens, and you're sitting in the dark talking about reality. Look at this nonsense. We got to click on this. Look at this. Look how dark that environment is. Hold on for a minute. Come back to this. And you're sitting up there in the dark talking about reality. See how dark that environment is? See how the white lights are illuminating in the background of these dark corners and stuff? Are you kidding me? This is he keeps going back to this, showing people that how well lit is environment. That's not well lit. That's dark. What are you talking about? Because you put a bunch of white lights behind some pictures to try to make the environment look brighter than what it is. The top of your ceiling is all black right here. The only light you're seeing is illuminating from here. That environment is dark. Fake environment within a fake environment. That is really messed up. You've seen what these apartments look like when they're well lit, right? Again, he's doing a fake environment and then trying to turn around and make it a fake environment look like a well lit environment. Why are your corners so dark? Look at this. Look how dark your corners. Look how the LED light is pushing out from the side right here. Your corners are super dark. That's pathetic. Well, you'll have your challenges on Monday. We'll be in the max up zone downstairs. They're brighter than this, far brighter than this. As a matter of fact, my lighting I have up here from 150-inch screens up here are brighter than this. So this is what you call, at the end of the day, a well-lit environment. You're going to be in a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. The maximum zone is extremely bright. And you're going to have the whole contrast in there. Look at this. Look how dark the corners are. That's pretty bad. And you have to be in an area that dark to try to show a contrast level. That projector is $3,300. You got a 2 million to 1, and you got to be in an environment that dark. At that, you're ultra short though. At 3,000 lumens, you have no distance though at all, and you're in an environment that dark. That is sad. That is really sad. Look at the black level. He's trying to show up the black levels here. Literally, watch how close he gets to the screen to show you a black level. That's no light. You have to get that close to a screen to show up a black level. And this is supposed to be your window light's not even making contact. It's not making any contact with your screen at all. Look at the ceiling. The ceiling tells the story right there. You got a puddle of light right here. That's basically about it on the ceiling. And the rest of it goes dark here and here because it's not making it anywhere near your screen. This right here is definitely not making it near your screen at all, period. You got a bookcase here blocking all the majority light. Your blinds are halfway down, as you can see right here. There should be all the way up right around here so we can have the light coming from there. And your bookcase is blocking all that light. What the heck is going on back here? Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's none of my business. Corners, man, corners. I told you I got the thing about cluttered corners, man. Drives me freaking crazy. That would drive me nuts. All right, that's neither here nor there. All right. 200 screen. Yeah, environment's too dark, buddy. Way too dark. But I got to go back to what I just saw. I want to check this down real quick. This is what I'm looking for. So I'll wash out your screen. Your screen is so washed out. What video is that? We're going to play this video back downstairs. Now, this is what you call a 200-inch. You say it's a 200-inch screen. Let's see. If you have an actual 200 screen, which we know you don't. So this is what I saw right here. What you painted, my friend, was a 150-inch. That's a 150-inch. That's a 160-inch. That's 180 inches for the ceiling. You painted a 150-inch screen. That's 127 inches. That's a 200-inch screen. Let's stretch it out. I want to see the length of it anyway. What? Hold on a minute. Now this is a church that Crow stole from. From those who are saying, well, that's a false accusation. No, it's not. Because if you didn't show the church those demonstrations of your product next to Network Grace 773, that means you told them something completely different. And if you told them something completely different, that means you lied about your product. And we're doing business with a company, and the company asks us about black paint or whatever, so and so and so. We show them the demonstrations. We haven't posted our website. We show them the honest truth, all the test demonstrations. But you didn't do any of that. I guarantee you, because if you did, they wouldn't have purchased your product. They'd went to Sherwin-Williams and got the paint from there. That's why you can't post it directly to your website, because this would discourage your customers not to buy from you and just go buy the house paint. So you didn't tell them anything. You stole from them. You lied to a church. Now, this is what I want to see right here. Then, let me see here. You see the size of that screen? Here he says he's painting a screen size of 150 inches, 1/4, right? All right. They're the same size screen. That's what I saw. So basically, you have the same size screen here. Here, you claim the screen is 200 inches at 2 quarts. See? 200-inch screen at 2 quarts, right? All right, just adjust a little bit there. There we go. Now, look at the size of the screen. All right. There we go. That's a little better. See the size of the screen? All right. Now, let's go. That's 200 inches. Same size screen. Except for this one, you claim the screen to be 158 inches with 1 quart. And that's the hybrid mix. Wait. What is that one? The hybrid mix. You need to test that next to Network Grade 773 because the hybrid mix and the Cinemax look exactly the same. As a matter of fact, the hybrid mix looks a lot like the Personal mix in the Metallica mix. Let me see something for a minute here. Yeah, you could do the same thing with Network Grade 773. Lie to you not. Did they turn the screen on? Nope, they didn't even turn it on. Nothing. You got 2 screens that are looking exactly the same. Yeah, that's definitely a 150-inch screen right there. That's 150 inch. That's a 150-inch screen. And the screen you displayed outside is another 150 inch. This would match, the hybrid would match the Network Grade 773 easily. Oh, that's horrible. So what we got here, this is what we're seeing in the demonstration, all right? We have 2 screens, 2 different sizes that are not adding up. He has one here saying a quart paints up to 158 inches, all right? And the problem we have here is the fact that he has it here also saying that 200 inches, but the 200 inch and the 150 inch are the same size screen. And I'm pretty sure it's from the same demonstration. All right, let's show you what a 200-inch screen looks like, because apparently this individual is definitely doing a lot of lying on camera. You gotta get some stuff out of the way. This is a pretty good size screen. So the individual basically, or Crow 1176, states that I'm looking at both of the screens, and both of the screens are the same size. They're both 150-inch screens. Please do. Add them here. This is a 200-inch screen. My screen outside is 250 inches. don't think I got the length for it. Or the height for it. We gotta move the sofa also in the ring back here. I gotta move top of land over here because we gotta stretch out the screen. We might do this in a half. We do 250s now, so you can knock this one out easy, but I need more room for the screen. I'm gonna be in the next room with it. I wonder if I can just hang this over the side of my railing, which I should do to get a good size and show you how big this is. Not going to do it. We got to hang this thing over the railing. So let me see. I need 2 screws to lock this thing across the rail. And this also gives me an idea of where I was going to hang the screen up when we do the demonstration for it, because I got to hang this thing up outside. Ooh, this would be nice for a half and half demonstration too on top of that. All right, let's get outside. We got to hang this thing up outside. I'm going to hang it over the railing. Woo. Let's kill myself. And 2 screens are both 150 inches. Where you got that idea from? Where's the umbrella in it over here? Hey, man. I'll take this. This will work. Rock. All right. To get the full fact, to show you how big it is, I had to hang it off the side of my balcony. So I'm going to show you how big a 200-inch screen is. What he has there is a 250-inch. The reason why we out this guy, because this guy lies a lot to people. Probably lied to the church. And I'm pretty sure they did the measurements and found out that that's not a 200-inch screen. What we probably told him was a 150-inch screen and lied in the demonstration. You see the size of that screen right there? This is what he's claiming to be a 200-inch screen, right? That's the size of 150. Most likely probably 160, but that's not a 200-inch screen. That screen's about that size he's showing in his demonstration. We got a 200-inch screen outside hanging. So I hang that thing off my balcony, which would be good too for a demonstration to show why you don't go with white screens outside. So let's show you how big these screens are. I painted in a lot of these screens. That's how I know the difference. We're going to still check out the UV mix and the certified, but I want to show you something because, like I said, I'm going to show you that no problem. I always back up what I say. But I want to show you how big that screen's going to be. My screen's 250. That screen's off from my screen from 50 inches. Mind you, that screen right there is 88 inches. Mind you, it's off by 50. Told you. He didn't paint no 200-inch screen. That's a 200-inch screen next to a 250. What he painted in his demonstration was 150 inches. That's what he painted. You need to stop lying in your demonstrations. You really do. And 2 quarts wouldn't have covered that at all, period. That's the biggest lie on the face of the planet. 2 quarts would cover 150 inches. It wouldn't cover 200 inches. Not going to happen. And mind you, this is the same individual who doesn't know how much paint it takes to go into a gallon, so he doesn't know. No way in the world. Again, as my friends would say, you have lost your mind if you think that that's a 200-inch screen you painted. It's funny because the 200-inch screen and the 158-inch screen look exactly the same. That is a 200-inch screen. You probably might mistake that for a 200-inch screen. That's a 120-inch. That's what you painted in. You painted in a 150-inch. Really? You gonna kill me next time? There you go. Liar. Sat there and said, painted a 200-inch screen. That's not 200 inches. Are you kidding me? You know how small that screen is? That's 150 inches right there. There's no way in the world that's 200 inches. That's 200 inches I got sitting outside right now. That's why I said you gotta be careful. People, they lie. Well, that's gonna be the end of your products. Because, again, what we got downstairs is far better than what you got. And better than that mess right there, too. Because I guarantee you, that's gonna match the Network Grade 773. As a matter of fact, as we're putting in challenges for the new digital, we're going to request for Crow 1176 to put the Network Gray against the hybrid mix and the rest of his gray screen paint products. But nobody. You sat right there, you lied on camera, just like you lied about that whole, what you said about that painting several apartment units with, I say painted several apartment units with like one paint sprayer and whatever nonsense you pulled up. I'll go to my other machine. Watch this one of these out there. Problem is he's never painted in large screens before, and he doesn't paint large screens. From what I've seen, the customer demonstration, one of the customer demonstrations I saw, I gotta get me a new stand. One of the customer I'm gonna put you guys something there. My stand is acting like crazy, acting up. But one of the customer demonstrations I saw, on the so-called, the 180-inch screen that was inside, man, in the dark. Not done correctly. And the product, again, like I said, this product matches house paint. But that's not the screen he displayed. That's not freaking that's not 200 inches. That's 150 inches. My screen in the backyard is 11 feet high. So at 11 feet high, and that screen only has a couple more inches before it hits my screen. Yeah. I'm gonna show you something else here too. Same size screen. So same size screen here. If you come over here, same size screen there. They're both the same size screen. This is supposed to be 158 inches, 1 quart. And over here, we got it at 2 quarts for 200 inches. Okay, same size screen, nothing different. Now, as I said, we're downstairs and we were looking at the daylight screen. Daylight has that screen. We've had the UV mix here. We tested it. And as I told you before, that the UV mix basically didn't do well against the gunmetal screen, due to the fact that the gunmetal screen can actually pick up and register white light, where the UV mix cannot, because again, it's a black and white paint product. So I'm going to find my demonstration of the UV mix versus the product we had downstairs, which is one of the daylight screens. Yeah, I'm watching you, looking right at you, buddy. You can chill right there, I don't mind. But if you go behind that other area, you got to come in the house. You know the rules. So I'm looking right at you. So, like I said, I wanted to get that one. I can't stand when this guy lies. We got to get that out of the way. Dude, you painted 2 screens exactly the same height. You did. They're both 150 inches. There's no way in the world that's a 200-inch screen. Man, this guy lies so much. But I told you, when I got a 200-inch screen in the house, I was going to show you the difference. And there it is. There's the difference. And I'm looking at the color of the hybrid mix. The hybrid mix would match the Network Gray 773 easily. By the color of that, easily. I told you I can pop the lid on top on a can of paint and go, whoop, this is going to definitely match. We're going to have some problems here. And that's what I did with the Network Gray 773 on the Cinemax. Now, did he test the hybrid on that? No, he did not. He's not going to ever test it because, again, as I told you before, that's also going to match. And that's something you should also be requesting. The hybrid mix and the personal mix, you should definitely be requesting for him to do test demonstrations of the Network Gray 773 on those particular products. If he doesn't do them, well, then it just tells you, again, more house paint. Because you can sit there and say, well, the rest of my products don't match. Well, you need to basically do the test demonstration on the rest of your products then. That's what you got to do. That's what you're going to have to do. Because there's still a problem with the rest of your products matching house paint. So, Monday morning, we're going to request for a Co 1176 to do Network Gray 77 tests against the personal mix and also then the hybrid mix. Judging by the color of those tones of those products, they're going to match the product with no problem whatsoever. So we're going to request that. Also, too, we'll have 6 live demonstrations. You have to do those challenges. We'll put your name in there in those challenges versus the digital one 2.0. The advanced one. So you're going to be doing that too. If you refuse to do the test demonstrations, then we all know at the end of the day, it's just one more freaking nail in your coffin. That's all. Doesn't make a difference if you don't do it or not. To me, I really don't care, to say the truth. I'm giving you the opportunity to back your product. You decide you don't want to do it. What do I care at the end of the day? Your customers are going to buy from me. My product's far more cheaper. It's in their price. It's way beyond their price range because they're not used to our black technology. Because our black technology to them is too expensive. So again, like I said, we have a clientele that buys that technology. But anyway, getting back to the gray products we consider that to be a standard product. And since your customers like those standard products, then they will have no problem buying it from us. Why no would they go out and buy a product from you that you, again, at the end of the day, you got caught trying to hide evidence of your product matching a house paint? Why? You can't even match the demonstrations we got downstairs right now on the product. So how the heck are you going to match the 6 demonstrations that will be coming up on Monday? You can't. But we're going to give you the opportunity to try. And if you can't, well, then that's just a nail in the coffin. Another one. So, and it needs to be done. Them two can take it as, oh, it's wrong. No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong at all, period. Because you guys haven't been doing your jobs right. You've just been stealing fake demonstration after fake demonstration after fake demonstration. Well, let's see how good your product is. Match a 2.0. See if you can basically do the same, starting with the video demonstration we did today. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a challenge today, since I'm in a good mood. I'm going to give you your first challenge today. And your first challenge today is going to be an ambient light projection demonstration you will do in the max out zone, and you will display contrast levels only. And I don't want to see any dark environments. Not that crap you guys pull up at the end of the day. Really light that area up. It should equal the same amount of lighting I have in my environment. Oh, man, you never get it right. You never get it right. Square. Oh, shoot. Hey, Jamie, you got another person just popped up with your products, and your product is overpriced gray screen paint. Just found them. They just popped up on our feed. Here we go. They just popped up on our feed just a few minutes ago. I wonder how many more of these are out here. All right, let me get the stand to go down a little bit. Oh, we got the bottom area. We adjusted. Hold on, I'm just looking for something else, and other stuff is popping up on here. You did a lot of dirty stuff, man. Overpriced light gray mix. Yeah, it's overpriced. It's trying to get like $60, $70 for a house paint. And our product can beat yours, and ours is $38 for 40 ounces. Black levels suck. Yeah, that's just about right. Because he does a lot of demonstrations in the dark. That's why. That's just about right. $85. You charge $85 for this? This is what you charge $85 for? We don't put you in the same category as black technology. You never could pass that at the end of the day. We have to make a screen paint to put you in that category, which means to be the digital 2.0. And you're trying to get $85 to $90 for a great product that matched the house paint at the end of the day? Oh, man. Yeah. Ours is $38 for 40 ounces. Oh, it's not ambient light rejection. You know why? Because he's using it in a fully lit environment, and your screen is washing out. So this is another video that just popped up. This is why he basically subjects screens to basically high-end projectors in dark environments to try to pull a better black level when his screens basically can't pull contrast for jack. Contrast levels are really bad, even in a darker room. Called you a scammer. Told you. Crow's been scamming people for a long, long time. Oh, man. This is going to be another video we're going to have to basically go into now. Let me see. Who is this guy? Anonymous source. This guy did a lot of testing on your stuff. All right, let's go back in. Try to get the video. We're trying to go in and get the video on showing off the UV mix versus our test, but we're bumping into all this other crazy stuff, man. People are coming up and they're showing these videos where this guy has scammed them. All right, so we got another one popped up. Oh, man. Man, well, that we gotta put down customer complaints. We gotta put a section in for customer complaints for this guy, because again, like I said, he's been doing a lot of dirty stuff. Every time we come in to look for something even crazier pops up on this guy. Something even crazier always pops up on this guy. Man. Here it is. This is the white level test we did on Crow's UV mix right here. The UV mix has very horrible white levels. And that's the UV right there. Okay. So it has extremely bad white levels. These are our tests on the UV mix. I'll show the unboxing video and everything. We purchased it. That's your product right there. His product has horrible white levels because he didn't do any test demonstrations on his product. And it's no white level test. There's no white level test at all. And this is the reason why his product came up so badly. Let's see. Another one there. That's the UV mix right there. This is the UV mix unboxing video right here. Is that not your product? It is, isn't it? We got it in the 2020. Same container we have here. Same container. Sorry, it's a little. Same container we have in there. See that? That's an unboxing video of your product right there. That's where we were able to get Crow's products over here without him messing up. Yeah, we got your products. We got unboxing videos for all your stuff. Here's all the tests done on the UV mix. That dark area right there, that's the UV mix. That right there, that is a Elite Screen 1080p Pro. That's how dark the UV mix comes up. Can't see white light. We know we've had it here, we tested it. That's why I went downstairs and I did the white level test side by side, and I wanted to show the certified screen next to ours because the certified screen didn't do well on his screen. His UV mix does not pick up proper white levels. The white levels are absolutely horrible on the UV mix. Look at this. Sad dude. I'm misleading customers. You got caught deleting videos off your account, Jamie. A lot of videos went missing off your account. But yeah. And then your product's in the process of being obsoleted. Look, got the bookcase covering up. Environment's still in the dark. So this is supposed to be a well-lit room. Let's see. No. And then on top of that, you've never purchased our product because you can't show receipts. So where are the receipts at? And on top of that, your screen washed out. Look how barely your screen washed out in the demonstration. That's bad. That's not good. Your colors are completely washed out all the way around. Look at that. That's supposed to be a laser projector at the end of the day, and your screen is coming that washed out. And you're still in a dark environment. All right. We all know what it comes down to, people. Number one, the guy lies. We all know that. We have multiple videos that went missing off the account, which he deleted recently off the account. Products are matching house paint. We got orders over here that have been canceled out left and right. And now he's afraid of the Digital One 2.0, which beat the crap out of the network grade 773. Your environment is still too dark compared to when we do demonstrations. And your screen here, that's washed out, buddy. This is all washed out. Man, this guy has been scamming people for years. But like I said, people are tired of it. Another one of your customers just popped up. Now, as I said before, this is a fellow who has a habit of lying constantly all the time. So, we're going to get the ball rolling a little early for you. The Digital One, first things first, let's just recap it here. Your products match house paint. Let's remember that. You deleted evidence. You've canceled multiple orders. And it's just unbelievable how this guy basically carries himself. Your products don't work at all. You can claim that this is how our products are made at the end of the day. Again, it doesn't basically discourage our sales at all. Our customers still buy from us because they trust our products, because we can stand behind our products 100%. My demonstrations are posted to my website. Yours are not, because again, you can't back your products. you still have the hybrid mix and the personal mix that need to be tested against network grade 773. So we will be requesting that today. We also will be requesting for you to do the Cinemax versus the Digital One 2.0 in a fully lit environment, contrast only. You can't have any tannish discoloration to the screen. You must be able to produce an image. Woo, I think that's my stand. You must be able to produce an image in a fully lit environment. Not that dark nonsense you keep using. Now, one of the things I had to look at, because our screen here, yes, is dark, and I wanted to make it a little bit darker. He'll probably come and say, well, the Frankenstein, we've seen the Frankenstein. We've seen the UV mix. We've had that stuff here. Your products don't work, Jamie, because you cancel orders. People, when you cancel orders, when they can't back their products up, that's when they start canceling orders, and that's what you did. So you can't go there. And what I've seen from the UV mix, I showed you in demonstrations, it can't see white light. It comes up too dark because it's a black and white paint. That's why. That's how we made the UV mix to begin with. We made it with a black and white paint. And if your product matched the network grade 773, which we all know it did, so much that you removed your videos, this one doesn't match it. And again, we're in far more light than you've ever used, so you know you can't beat that product. And I know the rest of them won't be to beat that product either, because again, they look like they match network grade 773 also. As for your darker mixes of Frankenstein and UV, well, again, like I said, they're too dark and they can't accept white light because it's a black and white paint mixture. And from the tests we've done already on it, it's a fail. Now, again, when we tried to order the Frankenstein the first time, it was a light mix. That mix would have definitely matched the network grade 773. He decides to send us down something darker to try to discourage us. But keep in mind, he goes into this rant on his website, actually on YouTube, talking about he's afraid to test the product. Well, guess what? We ordered it again. But except we ordered the darker version, the one you sent to us. What happened to the order? You canceled it, right? All right, then. The reason why you canceled it because you knew we were going to do a white level test on it. What's going to happen is the screen is going to react the same way as the UV mix. And we can make that because we can make the UV mix. It doesn't make a difference on you call yourself saying, oh, I can make his products at the end of the day. You can't even make proper screen paint that actually works. That's why customers are popping up talking about your product sucks. They're not seeing contrast. You can't pick up color. Screens are blended into basement walls. Absolutely horrible. You don't even know the proper measurements of a 200-inch screen. You just displayed two screens that look exactly alike. Not even anywhere near 200 inches, nowhere near it. And you're saying you painted. No, we said roll in 2 quarts into a 200 to 300 inch screen as you claimed. You don't do that at all, period. You fake everything you could possibly think of to try to get around, get over on people. But we'll let your customers decide whether they want to continue to have this joker. And oh, by the way, I'll be putting your customers' complaints directly to the site. They want to deal with your product, which is a house paint, which you've already admitted because due to the fact that you removed the videos, or they can deal with our technology over here that basically can beat the network grade 773. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
So this is what we got to start advertising point. That at the end of the day, we don't make sure our customers don't get cheated. Well, they'll be my customers. So, showed you the product. Works fantastic. It's not doing the glaring. We got that all controlled. It's a beautiful color. Sorry about that. It looks absolutely amazing. As you've seen with Crow's product, it does match the network grade 773. And his product, again, he charges too much for freaking gray house paint at the end of the day, and that's what it is. All right, I'm gonna come back in. Let's put the challenges in right away. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.